What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It's been quite some time since I sat down in front of a camera and vlogged myself. Everything has just been with videographers, with shows and everything else. So, you know, mustering up the energy and the courage to set up the camera and sit down and have a chat has been quite an effort. But, you know, here we are. So a lot has happened, a lot has changed. And the last time I sat down and actually gave you guys a bit of an update was post-show, 1 day post-show. It was the Dave Anthony show, the 1st of October. So it is now the 20th of November. The 19th of November. 9 weeks post-show at this stage. Where to even begin? Obviously you probably would have saw the post-prep recap vid, and if you haven't, go back, watch that. All the lessons learned and kind of, you know, everything that I learned about myself throughout prep, what I thought of the experience as a whole, everything else. We then went on to Ibiza, 12 days post-show, so managed things quite well to Ibiza. You know, cardio, everything else was still in play, food was being managed. Ibiza, we went on a bit of a mad one for a few days, and then we woke up on probably the Monday, and that's when I suppose my post-show binge happened. Now, I don't want to say it's a binge, but I didn't lose control of what I was eating, but that's where I probably let the foot off the gas a bit too much, and kind of fucked it a little bit, to be honest. But is what it is. I'm not really complaining or crying over it. My own doing. I should have documented the whole reverse a lot better, but I was just so busy between shows and traveling. This is the first weekend since the end of August that I've actually not had to travel. This is the first weekend in 13 weeks that I haven't had to travel away for a show or for whatever we had going on at the time. A friend show, a client show, my own shows. Had to travel home twice. Yeah, I had a lot going on. Moved apartment, actually, that's another thing. So welcome to the new humble abode. Apartment tour will be coming soon. I might give you a little look in this video. Everything is pretty much done, bar waiting on TV, and my office isn't complete yet. But this is the first time since I've started coaching in 2019, basically. I qualified in 2018, but I probably didn't get up and go until 2019, that I have my own office. It's nearly 2024, so that's 5 years of pure fucking grafting inside in bedrooms, coffee shops. My old office used to be my sitting room back home in my home house, smack bang in the middle of the sitting room, right beside the fireplace. So yeah, it's an achievement, it's a bit of a milestone, something that I'm proud of, and I'm gonna make my office an absolute den. I'm also thinking about maybe starting like a podcast, because I have like a couch, well, I'm getting a couch, coffee table, the whole lot. So if you think I should start a podcast, let me know below. But going back, as I said, a lot has happened over the last 13 weeks. A lot of travelling, a lot of moving around. Obviously moved the apartment just to the other side of Manchester, so that was probably one of the biggest things. We had lots of shows. The last show vlog you would have saw was Olivia's first PCA Ireland. She then went on to compete in PCA Hull the following weekend, where we actually got 3rd place. Now, that was the only one out of however many shows that I actually didn't document. I didn't bring the camera, and that was the one that we brought back a bit of silverware. But look, it is what it is. Trust me, next season's going to be a big one with clients, and I will be documenting every last little bit of it. So yeah, in this video we're just going to go through a bit of a life update, have a bit of a chat, show you the apartment, and then we're going to go hit Delts and arms. But first things first, what I got to do is go and make meal number 1 after I drink my caffeine. Sit back, relax, click like and subscribe. Morning coffee, views from the 6.
The story. I was just speaking to Magic there. I'm pretty sure I have not done a YouTube video since May of this year. So it's been like 6 months since you've seen.
Maybe you'll say it's in my life when it needs a rewind. Check is the reason of mine. When I was broke, they could see me, them people was blind. Now I'm up, everyone seems to be seeing me fine.
And you find out that I'm willing to sleep. Know what I'm saying? Bitch came from the 5-0. Can't leave you behind me, can I, guys? So, we just made it to the gym. I got absolutely drenched on the way here. Brought an umbrella for the first time. Very responsible of me, but still got absolutely soaked. So, delts and arms today, just going to keep it somewhat raw. We will walk you through the session. Obviously, a lot has changed since my prep. I'm actually enjoying training, making a lot of progress, and yeah, pumps are fucking back and they're feeling good. Bit of a switch up in my split as well, which I'll run you through. But first up, we have some line cable laterals. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. And as always, like, subscribe, all that kind of crack. We provide you with as much education and a bit of a laugh if possible. So yeah. Right, so first movement today is just a line cable lateral raise, as it is nearly on all my delt focus push days, as it is actually on every push session for me. So big emphasis for me this off season is delts, arms and lats, and also pretty much everywhere else, now that I think of it, but predominantly delts over chest anyway. That's going to be my main focus. My chest is probably my strong point, so delts over my chest, my legs as a whole, and then my back too, and arms are definitely need to be brought up. So split at the moment is a bit different to what I was running. I've been running the same split, or I was running the same split for like 26 months. It was push, pull and legs, rest, push, legs, upper. Now we've switched, we're on to pull, push, chest focus push, rest, legs, pull, delts and arms, rest. So a bit more emphasis now on our back, so two pull days rather than just one, and a bit tagged into upper. Less chest volume as a whole. I've actually really brought down my chest volume across the week, a lot more on my delts and my arms, and also one leg day, but I will be reverting to 2 leg days across a 3 leg days across a 10-day period, across a 14-day period, should I even say, when I go back on blast. So I'll have a 10-day rotation across 14 days, and it will have 3 leg days, 3 pull days, 2 push, and then 2 delts and arms. But for the moment, it's just a 5-day split across 7 days while I'm still on cruise. So yeah, very complicated, intricate fucking shit that you don't need to worry about, but that is where I'm going and where I'm focusing on, as you know, delts and arms, back and legs. And yeah, hopefully we can make the improvements we need. So yeah, on to our second set here. You didn't want to fuck with me. Right, so on to today's heavy hitter, which is going to be the prime incline press, prime shoulder press. So pretty new movement for me. I was running the Atlantis for the last 24 months pretty much, to be honest, since I moved to Manchester. So onto the prime. I tried this in the past. It was giving me a bit of issue with my shoulder, but it isn't at the moment, so we're going to run up for as long as I possibly can, see how it goes. Still very much baby weights here at the moment, just taking our time building it up, but I do want to get quite strong on this, as I do feel as though the heavier I can get through this with, you know, loading the different ranges, the bigger shoulders I can get. And as I said, delts are going to be a big movement for me. If you ever see fucking anyone with big shoulders, look like JP, Hollingshead, all these boys, they're all pressing silly weight on this, and it is a movement that they all use religiously, alongside the Atlantis shoulder presses and neutral grip. So going to run this up for a while, see what we're like. 50-50 loading here between the mid and top pin as well, and then we'll change it around for the back off. This might be the top set. I might go heavier. I'll see how this feels. Bro is fucking taking the piss. how many people can walk in front of the camera during one set. But yeah, felt alright. So back off set now. Going to change up the loading. Going to go 75-25% between the length and the mid range. But yeah, that was decent enough. Get up to 2 plates on each pin, mid and lengthened. 4 plates per side in the next week or 2, ideally. I just need to get more of a consistent run on this, because this is actually my first weekend in 13 weeks. As I mentioned earlier, that I'm not traveling at the weekend, so I actually only had like 2 or 3 goals on this movement in like space of like fucking 2 months, which is a pain in the arse. But a bit of consistency now with training, bar 2 weeks after travel home for a group photo shoot, should be able to run this up. Right, so 16 repper there on the back off. So pretty lightweight, to be honest, on the back off. But for me, when I get past 12 reps on something overhead, my shoulders just fucking give up. Any high rep stuff overhead, I really I'm just not strong enough to build up a fucking acid or whatever it is in my shoulders. But it just catches up with me. So not the strongest overhead presser, not high rep anyway. I can press heavy weight for low reps, but anything above 12 reps, my shoulders just give up, which is not an excuse, is what it is. Probably is an excuse. Right, next movement is just this flat prime press. First set here is going to be on set number 4, working more shortened. Second set then is just going to be more in the lengthened, set number 5. As I mentioned, I really strip back my chest volume. Like, if a body part is your strong body part, and it makes other body parts look weak, which my chest does. My chest does make my legs, or does make my delts and my arms look a small bit weak. I am putting that right down to baseline, right down to maintenance. It's still going to grow. I'm still progressing. I'm still getting stronger. I'm still applying stimulus to the muscle. But I've really stripped back volume and frequency on chest, and I've applied it in the direction that I need, which is, as I said, delts, arms, legs, back, pretty much everything else. So yeah, like, this is about as advanced and as about as, you know, specific or individualized my training will get. And I've been training 7-8 years, maybe even longer. People coming to me, beginners, are training a year or 2 and saying, oh, I need to bring up this or that. No, you don't. Like, I'm only getting to a stage now where I'm starting to notice I have one area that might be stronger than the rest, or one muscle group that's slightly stronger than another, which for me is my chest. Majority of people out there, probably you included, do not need to focus on a particular body part, or do not need to have, you know, higher volume on a certain muscle group or body part. For example, you know, higher volume on arms or delts because your chest is a strong point. Or my client Anthony, for example, his obviously strong point. His strong points are his arms. His arms are fucking massive. Biceps, triceps, humongous. Weak. The chest is a weak point. So for him, he does 1 set of bicep curls per week, 1 set of tricep push downs. That's it. He's a lot of volume on the chest, a lot of volume, and that is increasing over time now, as well as he kind of progresses on into the scaling phase post shoot, post show. So yeah, it's very specific, and only when you do get to that point in your training where you have stepped on stage and you are training a couple of years, then you identify your weak points. But majority of people need to just grow everywhere. Stacking this today for the first time since before prep. I'm pretty sure I could have stacked it back then. Not that heavy, but let's go for the stack, see what we can do. All right. Oh. Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. First time stacking it maybe, or first time since before prep, can't remember. But no, felt good, feeling quite strong at the moment. Really enjoying training at the moment. Just every session is fun, enjoyable, good pump. A bit more, I suppose, was the pushing for the cushion, is that the term? A bit more fluffy around the edges, but also pumps are good and I'm feeling big. So yeah, happy days, happy days. This is what I love training, do you know what I mean? I train to, or I bodybuild to train, you know what I mean? Like I don't bodybuild to step on stage, I bodybuild because I love training. And obviously I love challenging myself in all aspects, you know, physically and mentally. The stage part is just cherry on top, but the training and the progression and the enjoyment, you know what I mean? That's where it all stems from. It's just the love for the gym. I feel really fucking pale at the moment. Could do with some better too. But back off set, just switching from, as I said, setting 4, which is shortened, to setting 5, which is mid-lengthened. Just 2 sets. That's all I'm doing with chest today. I will do a dip, which will be, you know, a bit of lower pec, but no like actual direct chest work bar this. Keeping the weight the same too. Oh, right, that's gonna be heavier. Yeah. Another thing I should probably talk about while I'm here is logbooks. And logbook is something I haven't really used religiously since finishing prep. No, don't get me wrong, I am logging my heavy hitters. So today, all I log, my shoulder press, log that. But bar that, I'm just going in and I'm fucking training the failure. I'm applying tension to tension on the muscle and I'm enjoying myself. When I go back on blast, I'm going to start logging again, you know, pretty much everything. But right now, I think post-show, it's just about finding that love, finding, you know, your feet again, and just fucking going in and just getting strong and stop chasing figures and numbers and getting so caught up in things. Just going in, know that you're doing more than you were before without religiously counting every fucking millisecond. Now, I think I'm at the stage where I can do that. My clients probably not. So if you're listening to this, you know, the majority of you aren't there yet, in my opinion. Sorry. You just need that bit more accountability. But right now I can just go in, I can, you know, I can gauge how I'm feeling, I can gauge what I can do. I can do an extra set if I need to. I log my heavy hitters, I progress them, and everything else is just heavy weight to failure with good form. Simple. Right, on to a bit more lateral work here again. Machine, lateral, prime. Again, look, we're going to go through the resistance profiles and that on this setting 5 for the first 2, and then setting 3 on the last one. But to be honest, I'm not even going to delve into it because I speak about that the whole time on other push sessions and that. And majority of you, it's not applicable because you don't have the machine or you just don't need to worry about it, to be honest. I literally had a chat with a guy in the gym about that. A young guy, 19 years of age, and just over manipulating everything. Resistance profiles, bands, cuffs. He sells the cable lateral and he goes, oh, I'm just going to change it because the moment arm. It's like, man, you don't need to worry about moment arms. Come on, do you know what I mean? Let's get fucking strong, lay the foundations. I think that's the most important thing. So if you're 19 years of age, or you know, whatever age, listening to this, young 20s, or just starting off in the gym, even that means late 20s, lay the foundations. Do not worry about these fucking fancy pieces of equipment that you don't have access to, or if you do have access to, you don't even need to worry about them. Just get fucking strong. Don't worry about it, okay? Right, let's get in. Let's go for it, baby. Up. The lateral raise classic. This is a workout in itself. that's quite embarrassing, to be honest. My arms are a weak point, my triceps especially. So I will be building them up, bringing them up over the next few months, few years. Big emphasis, to be honest, on arms. I think dips are a good density builder for the triceps. You know, almost like a compound movement. So yeah, literally just 20 kilos and like fucking 5-6 reps. I used to be stronger at them, I did, and we will build them back up. But doesn't matter anyway. Doesn't matter, to be honest, what weight I lift, as long as I can apply tension where I need to. So we're going to do one heavy weighted set there with 20 kilos. Pathetic, honestly, 5 reps. But we're going to jump on then to some body weight and we'll rep that out and spend some decent time in the hole. In the hole, boy. Oh, sounds so wrong. Really feeling a fucking strain there on my shoulder. Not good. That's not good. Pretty sure I got like fucking 17, 18 reps that last week. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. Not going to cry over it. Right, so after the disaster set on the dips, onto preacher curl, 3 sets here. So basically fairly basic when it comes to building muscle and building your arms and biceps in particular. Bicep curl, elbow in front of body, followed by a bicep curl, elbow behind body, which you'll see now later. So preacher curl, elbow in front of the body, 3 sets here. I have not really been logging my arm work for the longest time now, to be honest. Even throughout prep, it was kind of just going off feel and getting a pump and just going all the way to failure, both sides. And honestly, I feel all the better first. I also am not too anal on what movements I'm doing for my arms. So I'm doing a curl in front of the body and a curl behind the body. Today I'm doing a preacher curl in front of the body. Tomorrow I might do a cable curl in front of the body. Or this session next week I might do a cable curl in front of the body. Your bicep doesn't know which curl you're doing. Your bicep knows if there's tension being applied, if there's stimulus on the muscle, you know, if there's effort. And that's the most important thing, effort. It doesn't know whether it's from a fucking cable or a preacher or whatever it is. It's a curl in front of the body and a curl behind the body, and whatever curl that is, as long as you're going to failure with good form, good intensity, good tempos, you know, and applying effort, which is the fucking most important thing, then it's going to grow. Okay, so stop fucking being over analytical. In my opinion, just go in and train to failure, enjoyment, get a fucking pump, and hopefully grow these little fucking noodle arms, tiny yokes. My man said I'm dying. You're cool, but I'm undefeated. Right, so that is a movement that I program in a lot of people's push session, a cross body tricep extension. So it is a great movement because it does train your tricep in that kind of natural motion where it wants to go. So if you pick your arms up and throw them down, that's where they want to go. They don't fall directly down like this, or they don't fall out to the side here. They come up and they come down and they go across that body. So you're training in that kind of motion across the body like that. Now, 2 things I see people doing wrong here. First of all is I see them setting it up on a big cable crossover where it doesn't align correctly. If you don't have a small cable crossover, use unilateral work. Do it 1 arm at a time. Secondly, shoulder and elbow are locked in position. And then it's just my lower arm that's doing all the work, all the travel. Up, across the body, and away. Shoulder, elbow locked. I'm not lifting up and going across the body like this and swinging and using my rear delts and pretty much every bit of momentum to move that weight. Shoulders down, shoulders to elbow locked in position, and the upper arm or the lower arm, whatever way you want to call it, the forearm does all the work. Well, the tricep does all the work, but the forearm does all the moving. Know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Right, so as I said, just pretty basic when it comes to arm training. One curl in front of the body, one curl now behind the body. Triceps we had our dip and we had cross body tricep push down. On my second push day, I do have a dip machine, and then I have an overhead tricep to work that long head. So yeah, that's pretty much arm work. And last set now on curls. We do a reverse pec deck, and then we just call it there for today's session. Go back and get some post-workout. Right, so that is the last movement of the day. Just some rear delts to finish off with. So solid enough push session today. Delts and arms push, whatever you want to call it. As I said, it is my first weekend in 13 weeks where I haven't been traveling, I haven't been on the go, I haven't had to chop and change training sessions together. Just from a combination of traveling for family events, my shows, client shows. I beat back home again for something else. I can't even remember. It was just so much was happening, all in that kind of last kind of 3 month period that just haven't had a bit of normality across the weekend. So yeah, really happy to be here now, in for a good delt and arm session, good bit of progression to come throughout this session over the next few months. Hopefully build up these fucking delts and arms, because they're definitely lagging parts of mine. My arms are so small that they make my delts look kind of big, but they're not big. Don't be fooled, don't be fooled. But yeah, solid session. One thing I want to say on this is, and one thing I see people do incorrectly the whole time, is just driving your elbows or you're driving your hands way far back behind you, and just going to cause some sort of injury. You really only need to just drive your pinkies away, just to beside you and back. That's all you need to do. You don't need to be coming all the way back here and kind of, you know, putting your hands behind you somehow. But yeah, bar that, good session. Let's wrap it up and go back and get some post workout. Right, so we're back. Cereal is in post-workout, which is the GOAT post-workout in my opinion, and I was not able to have it for such a long time. Obviously on prep, it was just chicken and rice post-workout for like 6 months. Frosties and 50 grams of the sweet and salty popcorn Perform Way. Banging combo, really good. So I'm going to eat this, watch a bit of YouTube, shower, change, small bit of work to get done today for ahead of the week, just kind of setting things up, new clients getting ready to go for the week coming, so to send that out, and then we'll pick back up with you in a minute. And that is pretty much it for another video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I know it probably hasn't been the most exciting video, but it's a video, it's content, it's getting up and it's getting me back in the rhythm of recording things on a weekly basis. So please let me know what you guys want to see. I got a lot of requests throughout prep for like food challenges and, you know, 10,000 calorie, 15,000 calorie challenges, which I will do. So let me know down below if you want to see that. Do I start with 10,000 or do I go straight into 15,000? Because to be honest, 10,000 would be a walk in the park. So I think I should start at 15, and if I complete 15, maybe do 20, or should I start at 10, then do 15, then do 20? What do you reckon? Let me know. But yeah, beyond that, as I said, hopefully you took something from the video. It's just a video to get up, get content out there. push session, delts and arms, so nothing too hectic. Training training at the moment is just for enjoyment, really. Still post prep, just finding my love for it again, which has really come back. Love for training, love for bodybuilding, that never went. It was just when I couldn't progress in the gym, training became an absolute slog. And anyone who has been on prep, the back in the prep, you know what I'm talking about. You need to get back in and start enjoying things again. So that's exactly what I'm doing, and it is going that way. So just so everyone knows as well, as I have been asked a couple of times, I've been on cruise now for the last 8-9 weeks, and I will continue to stay on cruise pretty much throughout December, because I just don't see any point in going back on blast throughout December. Because although I have this weekend in Manchester and next weekend, the weekend after that I'm back in Ireland for Team CBC group shoot. So if you're one of the guys that are watching this, looking forward to watching it, or girls watching this, looking forward to seeing you at the weekend, leave a comment below. And then the weekend after that I'm in London, weekend after that back Manchester, and then 2 days later I'm back home in Ireland again for Christmas. So a good bit of travelling in December. But then, oh no, I was going to say, but then I'm not going anywhere. I am. In January I'm gone, and a bit of February I'm gone for like 3-4 weeks. So yeah, a lot of shit is happening. But look, I'm not going to postpone the blast any longer than 16 weeks, because look, someone's got gains to make, you know what I mean? I have a lot of gains to make, so it got to be done. But yeah, please like, subscribe, comment, all that YouTubers shit. I appreciate you if you stuck around and watched this long. We'll be back with the weekly videos. Let me know what you want to see next. Training, food, whatever it's going to be. Sit down Q&A maybe. That could be a shout. I haven't done one of them in a while. Any questions, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.